There is a kind of silence that only appears at night. The world slows down, distractions fade, and your thoughts become louder than everything else. That is when questions rise. Not the loud questions you ask out loud, but the quiet ones you carry in your heart. Why hasn't this changed yet? Why hasn't this changed yet? Why do I still feel this way? Why does God feel so quiet right now? Nighttime silence can feel heavy because during the day you stay busy, you keep moving, you keep functioning, but at night you are left alone with your heart. And sometimes God's silent there. But silence does not mean distance. God's quiet moments are not moments of neglect, They are moments of closeness that require stillness to notice. God often speaks softly, not because he is weak, but because he wants your attention, not your fear. When God is silent, he is not ignoring you. He is inviting you to slow down. And most people want God to shout directions, but God usually whispers direction through peace. The night is where trust is tested. It is easy to believe when answers are loud. Kai. It is harder to believe when nothing seems to move. But faith is not built when everything makes sense. And faith is built when you choose to trust without explanation. Jesus understands the silence. He experienced moments where heaven felt quiet, moments where prayer felt unanswered, moments where obedience felt lonely. And still, he trusted. Silence trains the heart. It removes noise-based faith. It removes emotion-based belief. It removes dependence on signs, and it replaces them with something deeper, relationship. And God is not interested in being followed only when he speaks. He wants to be trusted even when he is quiet, because silence reveals what noise hides. Okay. At night, your heart tells the truth, your fears surface, your regrets replay, your hopes feel fragile. And God is not uncomfortable with that. He does not leave when you struggle. He does not pull away when doubts appear. He stays. God does his deepest work in unseen hours. He heals quietly. He strengthens silently. He prepares patiently. Just because nothing feels different does not mean nothing is happening. Some transformations are invisible until they are complete. You may be praying for answers, but God may be building endurance. You may be asking for direction, but God may be developing discernment. Okay. You may be waiting for relief, but God may be teaching surrender. The night is not punishment, it is preparation. Darkness is not proof that light is gone. It is proof that light is coming. Stars are only visible when the sky is dark, and sometimes God allows darkness so you can see what was always there. If God feels silent, ask yourself this, have I been listening for noise instead of presence? Because God's presence does not always come with words. Sometimes it comes as calm, sometimes as restraint, sometimes as the strength to get through another day. And that strength is not accidental. It is provided. You are not forgotten at night. You are being watched over. God sees every tear you hide, every prayer you whisper, every breath you take when sleep won't come. And he is closer than you think. And you do not need to force answers. You do not need to panic. You do not need to assume the worst. God's silence is never empty. It is full of intention, full of care, full of timing, full of wisdom. Morning will come, clarity will return, and when it does, you will realize the night strengthened you more than the day ever could. So, rest. Can trust the quiet. Let God work where words are not needed. Okay. If this message touched your heart, write amen in the comments section.